second Super Bowl, I think, in 7 years. And they just continue to show an all-around performance that really took them to the top of the league this year in the Super Bowl. And Coach Sirianni, I'm proud to say, another Jamestown boy, just did a fantastic job with this team. His second Super Bowl in just a couple of years. And last night he became, I think, the first coach to win 54 wins, including the postseason, in his first 4 years. It's just amazing. So congratulations, Coach. And of course, our MVP, Jaylen Herz, continues to not only play like a champion, but also a champion off the field, too. So congratulations to Jaylen, who had 72 yards rushing last night, and I think became the first quarterback ever with at least 200 yards passing and 50 yards rushing. So Jaylen continues to set a new mark on the field as well as off the field. So congratulations to both of them and the team. I think, Coach, you're coming up first. You want to pick it up? You want to pick it up, or you want to leave it? You recognize this? It's all yours now.
And now we're just
We're going to see this in the post-journal.
Thanks, Rodney.
Okay, we'll begin with a couple of questions here. We do have handheld mics on the aisle. Here, bring the microphone, please.
Talk about what Vic Fangio did to this team this year. You guys didn't blitz at all last night, and you still got pressure with the front four. Just talk about that.
Yeah, Vic did an unbelievable job all year, getting everybody on the same page. The fundamentals of the game. Like, again, this game doesn't have to be complicated. At the end of the day, did you tackle well? Did you get off blocks well? Did you hustle to the ball? And our guys did that. Did you take the ball away? And our guys did that. So Vic did an unbelievable job. And the game dictates, just like on offense, the game dictates how the game's played. And so we didn't need the pressures at all yesterday. We were getting home with 4 and being able to keep 7 in coverage. And he kept dialing it up. He did an awesome job, and the defense did an awesome job yesterday.
Hi, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So you said earlier this week that you're not superstitious. However, after starting the season 2-2, you shaved your head, and there's been some speculation online.
I buzzed my head. There's a big difference. Yeah.
Right, you buzzed your head. So there's been some speculation on the internet that that's had something to do with it. Do you anticipate shaving your head next season to start?
That has nothing to do with it. It's all about your habits and how you go about it. Like, I literally had no time to get a haircut on the Friday, and so I buzzed it. And that has nothing to do with it. Again, it's your habits every day. Our team had great habits that prepared us to win each and every week, with the way they practiced, with the way they met, with the way they walked through, with the way they connected. All those things, I am the last person that's superstitious, because I believe it's your habits that make you who you are.
Thank you.
Thanks. My wife didn't like the buzzed head either, so I'm probably not going to do that again.
Coach, Nick Bolton said after the game that Jaylen was really ahead with his checks, and it kind of threw the Chiefs off. Could you explain better than I would understand what goes into that check process and why Jaylen is so consistently good at that and kind of ahead of defenses with it?
Yeah, sometimes it's you have a check and it's play to play. Sometimes, hey, it's this play versus this look and this play versus that look. Sometimes it's, hey, Jaylen, if you get this look, check to this play. Sometimes it's something that he's feeling in the moment that he's checked to in the past that he gets to. Sometimes it's just, there's a lot of different things for it, but it all takes the preparation that Jaylen, we can prepare as coaches all we want and try to put him in position to succeed, but then it comes down to him recognizing the look from his film study all week and all 2 weeks in this case, and getting to the right play. So he did an unbelievable job of that yesterday, multiple occasions on all the different things that I just said, on every different type of check that we could have. Man, he was on top of it, and that's because the way he prepares and his football IQ and everything that goes involved in that. He sees the game outstandingly, and can help us get in and out of plays on a consistent basis.
Coach, what was your pregame speech to your team?
Yeah, tough, detailed together. We talked about that all year. What you see on any given Sunday, talk by Al Pacino was really awesome, but it don't work that way, right? Yeah, my job is not to inspire them. It's just to, it's more to just remind them of the things they already know. And I keep it really short. I talk a lot all during the week. So before the game, it pretty much is consistent, week 1 to week 37, whatever number we are on, tough, detailed together. That's our core values. That's what we talk about. The toughest team wins usually, the most detailed team wins usually, and the team that's most together wins usually.
Good morning, Coach. Myra Gomez, over to you. First of all, congratulations to you, your team, and obviously Philadelphia on the win last night. A dominating win by far. Can you speak a little bit about the defense and just how that unit came together this year? Because speaking to them over the week, a couple of them mentioned that looking at your offense, looking at Jaylen, looking at Saquon, they didn't want to be the weak link. And last night, I think they proved they were nothing close to that.
Yeah, all year it was every unit. This is why this is the greatest team sport there is. It takes everybody. You can't have a strong defense, and we had a strong defense, strong offense, and we got great execution by our special teams unit consistently throughout the entire year. But our defense, when you play good team defense, there are some consistent factors, whether you look at high school football, college football, professional football, year in, year out. Are you consistently on the same page? And our guys were consistently on the same page, working as one out there for all the different looks that they got. Do you defeat blocks? Do you tackle well? Do you take the football away? And the fundamentals that require that. And our guys did that consistently all year. And the last portion of that we talk about an awful lot is, do you have a relentless effort to the football? Good things happen when you get to the football. And I think, obviously we were very talented on that side of the field. Vic Fangio is one of the best coordinators of all time. I think he cemented his legacy of being maybe the best coordinator, defensive coordinator of all time last night. But those things are consistent in defensive football, and our guys did that.
Two more to the right.
Hey, Nick. Here.
Hey, Dave.
I know you want all of your teams to be really connected and close, but what do you think it was about this team in particular that got them so close this year?
Yeah, it's the journey. You don't know how close a team's going to be until you go through the journey together. I think what this, it's hard to say this because, we won 16 out of our last 17 games, but even in the midst of that, our team, and adversity has a tendency to bring you together, right? And so I think I look back on last year and how last year ended, and I'm grateful. As crazy as this sounds, I'm grateful how last year ended because it shaped us to who we are today and where we're standing today. And the adversity at the beginning of the year, and the adversity through the season, through injuries, through ups and downs, through everything. I think that when you embrace adversity, it does something to you, right? It does something to you personally, right? Each and every individual on that football team, the adversity does something to you, and it does something to you as a football team as well. So our guys, I think that could be the biggest attribute. They worked their butts off to connect. They worked their butts off to be able to put their, in a world where it's all about your phone and being on your phone, they put their phones down and did stuff together. I mean, that was the first and foremost key is you can't substitute the time that it takes to connect, right? The time that they had with dinners together and in the game room and in between meetings and all that different stuff. They were selfless. I mean, just look at Jaylen and AJ and Devontae and everybody, the group rush on defense, the not caring who gets the credit and just wanting to win. I mean, there were so many things that this is the greatest team sport there is. But I think the biggest thing, Dave, was the embrace of the adversity that we all went through together. And adversity does something to you special if you embrace it and allow it to shape you to be the person that you are and the team that you are.
Last question for Coach, far right.
Hey, Zach.
Hey, good morning, Nick. After the Washington game, you said when you walked into the locker room, your thought was about the next game. In that moment last night, walking into the locker room, seeing the party, seeing the celebration, what thoughts did you have then?
Yeah, it wasn't about the next one, right? Yeah, just gratitude, just thankfulness. Being thankful for the moment. A special group of guys. Thankful for the guys that we have on this football team and the special players, the special people that we have on this football team. And it's just awesome to be able to embrace guys in that moment. Like, those are the things you'll remember. You'll remember the hard practices. You'll remember the ups and downs. You remember the games and the confetti falling, no doubt. We'll have pictures of that. But, the celebration, we've embraced that celebration so much. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've showed the guys celebrating together and how much that means to us because, again, that just amplifies team. And then to be able to do that last night, it's kind of all everything kind of coming together as one as the final celebration. We'll have the parade, we'll have the ring ceremony and everything like that. But that was pretty special last night, Zach.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Thank y'all.